Hey y'all, it's Lindsay the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. We have a show coming up this Friday. It's called Fiber Expo. It's up in Ann Arbor. If you want to come visit us and say hey, it's our first time showing there, so we're excited. Did I finish anything? Yes. Can I find it? No, because I gave it to Penelope and kids, right? So this is the yarn that I used to make her a hat. It's super cute. If you haven't seen it, I did take a picture of her in it. It's in my feed if you want to check that out on Instagram and Facebook. So anyway, this is the yarn. She dyed it herself. I knit her a hat. It looks super cute. I was even thinking about putting this pom on it, and it's a snap pom, so then I can take it off if she doesn't want to wear it. But I don't know where the hat is, so maybe I'll find it sometime in the near future. Who knows? Anyway, because I finished something, I started something, and I also finished other things, so I have a list of things I can start. But I did start Reese's hat out of his yarn that he made at his birthday party. So there's all the fun colors in that. And here's his hat. It's the Ribbed Watchman's hat by Channah Koppel. It's a free Ravelry pattern. So I'm just using a needle size smaller than what it requires and DK weight yarn for a kid's noggin, and it fits pretty good. So that's what I'm doing, and that's how his hat is turning out so far. There's a lot of colors going on there, and I love it. What else? I got a couple more rounds done on my Slipping Sideways sock by Lauren Slagle. Oh, that was a lot of S's. Anyway, so this is what I've got. I'm currently using Sonrise, which I made more of, and it'll be in the shop here tomorrow. That's what I'm using for my main color, and then I am, watch this, ready? There's multiple things going on. I'm using Robin Egg, Thistle, and Creamsicle for my stripes. There's also slip stitch pattern. It's pretty awesome. So that is that. I also started, I'm going to show you first, a Love Note sweater by Tincanknits. This is not very impressive. I was gonna wear it while I did this, but then I thought better of it. Anyway, because it's not much. It's something, but it's not much. So anyway, I've got the beginnings of it. I'm about to start into the lace work on the patterning. What am I using? There's a lot of stuff coming off here, right? So what you see, this hot pink, it's just a provisional cast on, because I'm gonna come back and add the ribboning later. Why do I have so much going on here? Well, I'm holding Sprout Sock in Speckled Eggs with a fun Mohair silk Laceweight yarn from my friend Emily at Fangirl Fibers. Anyway, and the color is called Princess of Alderaan, and I'm being smart. Okay, so I'm alternating rounds. Every round I'm changing, holding two yarns together because I want more of an even feel to it, okay? So I am being smart about it because I'm not getting mohair lace tangled up, and it is not happening here. So I've got basically my hold togethers, as I'm calling them, each in a bag. So I'm just pulling from now. Ideally, yeah, I would probably want to have like lazy Kates that they're just plopped sticking on. So I'm pulling off of them instead of up, because it does change the twist of stuff, but that's minute details that I can live with not doing right now. So anyway, this is what I'm holding together, and you can't see it, but there are like little peaches and golds and pinks and purples. It goes really well with this and gives it a very nice halo. Anyway, that's how I'm keeping everything straight. Project bags, because I don't have time for crazy nonsense mess of getting stuff tangled up. That will not go fast, because it is going fast because I'm using a size 10 needle. Anyway, that's what I've been doing with that. So Sprout Sock held with a fingering mohair. You can also do this pattern in DK. If mohair, lace stuff, not your thing, they do suggest using a DK weight yarn to get your gauge and all that stuff. So if this knits up quickly, I might be making a second one just to see how fast it'll knit up in DK. Anyway, what else? Oh, before I forget, I'm wearing a My Boy Lollipop with the modification, yeah, because it normally has a cap sleeve. It's a design by Nancy Ricci. So it's on Ravelry, fun pattern. I'm a Love Machine. And this is how it turned out. So back to other things, because I have to dye yarn before we go. Anyway, what am I going to share with you? A sneak preview of Reese's new colorway. And if you're going to guess, it has a comic book theme, but not in the way you think, but it can if that's the way you want to look at it. But this is called Reece Man, because Reece got into drawing comics, and he has a little character made after him called Reece Man, and he wears his hat backwards, the baseball cap, just like Reece does. And Reece happens to have a favorite hat that is this, with the comic book, well, he's wearing it backwards. Normally it's on the front. Comic book dots in that color. So we got the colorway here I'm sharing with you, and he could probably explain this a lot better, and I might get him to do it so that y'all can listen to it straight from his mouth. But this is the latest Rainbow Soup colorway. It will be coming out tomorrow, 3:30, which is the date, not the time. It'll be coming out at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight. And we'll have this also at Fiber Expo in all the weights. So that's what I've been working on. I have a little bit of drive time on Friday before we set up for the show, so I will be working on one of these WIPs, so we'll see how that turns out. But until next time, happy crafting.